Hello, everyone. Alright, so I'm here to show you how to use Starch. More importantly, I'm going to show you how to use the Explorer inside Starch, because it's not exactly self-explanatory. It's not the most easy thing to use. So, Starch, you inject it loads up, it works. You don't have to do anything for the first few things I'm going to show you. Like, I've done nothing right now. Go inside the game. Now, since you've loaded Starch, you can use Shift E to teleport forward, Shift R to it does the velocity. Like it does velocity in the direction you're looking. Now, both of those two work best if you're in first person. So, like Shift E still works pretty well, because it doesn't actually cause your character to move, and as long as your character's standing still, all of them work pretty much perfectly. But yeah, it moves you in the direction your camera is facing. Same with the Shift R, but if you're in first person, they work better. Because they work even if a character has like a velocity. So if I had a speed and tried to Shift E, it wouldn't work. It doesn't work. My character just blinks. But if I'm standing still, it's gonna work. Now in first person, it always works. It works even better if you're also moving your camera just slightly in some direction. And that's because Roblox forces some kind of update when you do that. And Shift R, it doesn't, like Shift E, it doesn't take into account which direction you're looking, up or down. It just moves you forward. Shift R, however, does, so it can move you up, it can move you down. Like it will move you in whatever direction you're facing, and it can make you fly. Because it moves you, like it moves you fast. It gives you speed in a direction. So it's a pretty good flight thing. I just flew right through a wall into a cave and teleported out. That allows you to fly around the map as fast as you want. A tip to use it would be not to hold Shift R, just to lightly tap it and try to keep it at a low speed, because that makes it a lot easier to land somewhere. And another thing is to use Shift E when you're in the air in order to fine-tune where you want to go. So if I want to land like say I want to land on top of one of those mountains, it's really hard to do that with Shift R. Like if I tried, I missed. If I actually did land on it, I would probably slide off. Well, actually, yeah, I'd slide off. But if you Shift E, you can pretty easily just fine-tune exactly where you're gonna go. And last thing, Control, teleport. This one won't crash. Like you can pretty much do this wherever, as many times as you want. It'll pretty much never crash you. Some of the click teleports do. However, it has the same vulnerability that the Shift E and Shift R does. So it won't work if you're moving. Well, it won't work well if you're moving. It can work if you're just moving slowly. You see, sometimes it doesn't. You see, it's not as good if you're moving. It works much better if you're standing still. But yeah, it also works all the time if you're zoomed in. Even if you're like flying really fast, you can, it's gonna work. Most of the time. Next, yeah, the Explorer. Oh god, I did that last time too. Ow. Whatever. Let's use the Alt-Tab. I want to check Skype, but I don't want to check Skype because I'm on video. This robot's gonna... yeah, it loaded. Now, Starch. When it's on, it has an Explorer. It also has the normal commands, which you can see by doing commands. Also, let me show you something. If you click somewhere inside this window, it's gonna break. Like, all the text that comes afterwards is gonna look like this. It's just gonna be weird. It doesn't line up because it breaks way. And what you do then is you go to Starch here and press the restart. Then we'll do them. That would work the next time something shows up. I think I also added a clear command. No, I found that didn't. I thought I did. Anyway, that's a thing. Those are the commands. There's also another command that doesn't show up here, and that's TP. So I can TP someone to someone. You can also TP all to someone, or TP others. In this case, there's no one else on the server though, so I can't really TP. And then we have the Explorer. To enter the Explorer, just type EXP. We'll say the Explorer is primed. And to exit the Explorer, you type exit. And those are all the commands it has. Well, used to have. That's a few more just nowadays. That was a bad joke. That was really bad. I'm concerned about myself. Anyway, the first command that really matters, ls, it's an L and an S. It lists things inside the Explorer. It lists them inside the instance you currently are inside. So currently I'm inside... Oh, yeah, I clicked inside here. So yeah, don't click inside the screen. But currently I'm inside game, which is data model. So I'm inside data model, and these are all the children of data model. My accent is weird, isn't it? We can see workspace, run service, content provider, stats apparently. I don't know what's in here. I haven't checked all of it. Then you can go inside something. Say you want to go inside replicated storage. You type the name of the thing without anything before. Just type the name of it. You don't even need to type the whole name. Just type the name. It will tell you all the ones that matches what you typed. So in this case, replicated first and replicated storage matches repli. So I can just click the one I want. I want to go inside replicated storage, so click that. Now we're inside that. And yeah, red line is what shows you, like it shows you where you are and how deep you've gone in this labyrinth. It used to be red string, if anyone gets that reference. And inside the replicated storage, there's these things. Inside craftables, red line. You see inside craftables, inside here are all the craftables in the game. A lot of stuff really. Also the console auto clears every 500 messages. That might annoy some people, might not. It's to avoid overflowing crashes though. I'm not really sure why they happen, but it was my way of fixing them. And dot. So you go back outside of an instance. So it takes me one step backwards each time you do it. So now I'm in game again. You can't go backwards out of game. Nothing will happen. Oops, that was the wrong command. Yeah, you can't go backwards out of the game. Just won't happen. It doesn't crash you though. So don't worry about like doing an extra dot. Won't matter. Now, inside workspace, there are a lot of things. If you try to list them all, like it's probably gonna freeze the console because there are a lot of stuff. It won't now though because there aren't. I did a short time. But to deal with that, we have a few commands. One of them is called catalog. Allows you to filter everything inside the current instance after which class they have. So if I only want to view the scripts, then I can choose the scripts there and it will only allow me to view the scripts. Now, the catalog, the catalog shows you the classes that are inside the current instance. So if someone added a sound here, then sound will become a part of this list. So don't worry if it only shows like 1 or 2 options here. Like it's meant to be like that. It's gonna show you all the classes you can choose between, like all the classes that exist. Yeah, scripts. Now, as you probably saw earlier, if you want to remove the filtering from catalog, you do dot, which also backs you out, so you have to go back inside the thing again. Now, on the subject of filtering, there's another command called filter. Filter allows you to filter, but it doesn't filter after the class, it filters after the name. So I can filter after, for example, small tree. And when I do ls next, like list. I'm inside workspace right now. You saw all the things inside workspace earlier. Now inside workspace, because I filtered after the small tree, it shows only the small trees. That's all it shows. That's useful if you wanna do a command like rem all only on the small trees. And that actually brings us to the rem command. Rem is a short command really. It sets parent things into the lighting. And lighting is pretty much what I use as my trash can. So it's, well, like things that are inside lighting don't really exist in the workspace. Well, some of them do. Most of them don't though. So if I do rem all here, they will only move the small trees, which are these ones by the way. We'll move them over the entire map. So if I do rem all, it can remove all the small trees inside the whole game. As you can see now, all over the map, all the small trees gone from all over the place. You can do the same with bushes or the large trees or whatever you want to drill really. And now we do ls. That crashes because there's nothing in the filter. That should not have happened. I'm gonna have to fix that someday. Whatever, it's gonna crash. Yeah, the exploit crashed, but most of the other things work fine, so I can still fly and such. But yeah, I'll fix that later, I think. Maybe next patch. I probably won't have the time to ever. Now. Restart. That's not supposed to be open. Not sure why I opened that. But yeah, what happened there was it tried to access the first part of a vector, and that vector was empty. And I don't have a check for that, so I can easily just add an if statement that stops that from happening. Alright, now, game. I can't teleport right now, I can't shift click somewhere until I inject. It crashed, probably because the old Roblox Play Beta process was still up. So it injected into that one instead. This is the real one. Now I can fly, teleport, whatever. Now, again, back to the Explorer. I go inside workspace again, rem all. I'm gonna do rem small tree. Now if you don't do all, and you do the name of something, and there are multiple things matching that name, it's gonna do the list thing again, allows you to choose them. If you click something, that thing disappears from the list. You can click that whatever much you want. Nothing will happen. Only if you click the other ones. So here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees. There's an exit at the bottom. It's always at the bottom. And if you go inside lighting, you can check, see that the small trees are all here. Now, one of the more useful things, but also somewhat hard to do, is the grab. The grab command allows you to move instances, but it doesn't work on its own. It has a few commands to work. So I based this on there's a stack, but it's not really a stack. Like, it's confusing to explain because I didn't really think it through when I made it, when I wrote it. But here, let me show you instead. So there's an ore in this game called mithril. So I'm gonna find one of the deposits. If I ls here, you can see that there's mithril ore and small stones on a booler. If I grab mithril and grab all the ores, all 6 of them, I can press more, nothing will happen. And then once they're grabbed, then they're still inside here. They still exist in the game, there's still the instance. Like, they're still on the ore. But they're also marked on the stack. Now, this mark means nothing unless you do something. Like, things that are on the stack aren't affected at all. They aren't actually on a stack, they're just marked, really. And once you mark something, you can go somewhere else. So I can, for example, put this ore inside play, inside this, which this happens to be my backpack in the game, like the in-game backpack. So if I put and mithril. Then it puts down everything that matches. So if I now do ls here, see all the mithril ore is my backpack. Look here, all the mithril ore is my backpack. And if you look at the stack, everything will still be on the stack. This is both good and bad, because these two ores aren't in the same place anymore. So if I try to move them now, like, they wouldn't really be moved anymore. Because there are the checks inside that stopped you from trying to move them again, because it would crash this time. But it will still like move everything else, but it just won't move D6 because they've already been moved. Now you can drop things from stacks. I can drop Mirth, allow you to choose. So I'm gonna drop them all. And dropping them only removes them from the stack. It doesn't affect them anyway in the game, it just unmarks them. That's important to note. So the stack is empty now. Right. Those are the most... Gosh, I'm gonna have to look up the commands. I'm gonna have to... I can't remember the commands for the Explorer. I'm gonna have to pause the video. I can't, can I? Fuck, I'm gonna have to come up with them. Oof. Fuck. I really should have planned this video ahead. Oh yeah, I remember now. Alright, so we're inside the workspace, right? No, we're inside game. Now we're inside workspace. So one command is called move. Allows you to move something. So for example, I can move... well, I can move, for example, this tree. And I know where 0, 0 is, so I'm gonna move it there. So I'm inside workspace, I'm gonna move 0, 0, 0 large tree. And the 0, 0, 0 is about right here. So if I try to move the tree there, apparently it didn't move. Let's see where they went. Oh, they went there. Yeah, here. So I moved 2 trees. They landed on 0, 0, 0. 0, 0 is actually here because the trees didn't fit here. I get placed them on top. The teleports do that. So yeah, that's move. And move would be interesting, except you can't really, like, if you don't know what coordinates are where, it's not really that useful, is it? So we then have another command, which is more useful. It's very familiar and it's called mouse. It does the exact same thing, except it moves to the mouse pointer. Teleports to where your mouse is. So in this case I just moved the Tree of Life. What you call that in the game. I can also move, for example, the mithril ore I mined earlier. The first one, which is now empty because I took all the ore, and the other ones that are not empty. Also, it randomizes them a little bit. Like when you do the mouse pointer, the first one will land as close to the mouse pointer as can. Next one will be randomly further or closer away. And everyone after that will be randomized again, so it can create a... It doesn't... they won't land all on top of each other. That's why I tried to create it. Now, mouse and move are useful. What more? Oh yeah, there's a name one. I can name mithril. What's the name it? Pancake. So you're not gonna see that in game. Wait, where am I? I'm in workspace. So now I can go inside Pancake, I think. No, doesn't exist. I guess I didn't find the mithril. I can't remember how to do the name one actually, so I'm not surprised. Oh, wait, there is a name one. I'm just not sure how to use it anymore. Because I never found a good use for it. It's only local. It doesn't replicate either. It's like no other player will see you when you change name of things. So it's not super useful. Actually, let's try Where am I? Let's go inside my backpack and see if I can remain one of the myth followers. No. I guess the name command has been changed? I don't know. Let's actually check it. Name. That should work. Don't see why it's not. Oh well, I'll probably won't fix that because I don't really care about the name command. It just exists. Those are really the only like super useful commands. There are a few others, but these are the most common ones that will be used, if any will be used at all. And I guess that's it then. Yeah, that's it. See ya.